Oh, it's so good.
You know
Last
what
episode, I think it's today
I think so.
or tomorrow. It's
Last
one of those
episode?
Two. Yeah.
Okay, I'll get on it. I've been watching Violet Evergarden, and wow, it is not what I thought it was going to be.
Is it depressing?
I'm glad. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a character
I've had
study.
enough depressing shows as it is.
It's not completely depressing, but it's more of a character study as opposed to the posters and the trailers making you think it's going to be a war drama.
It's a little depressing.
Still
yeah, that
depressing
was-
nonetheless.
Careful with those. I do not trust that brand at all.
Oh,
Candy?
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
As in durability wise, the sound is amazing. But you also have a smaller.
Here, I mean, if you want like a little bit of an overview for Violet Evergarden.
What the fuck?
Battlefield. Yeah, it's about it.
Pretty much it.
But it really is mostly like a character study and like other character studies.
Oh, are you doing the summer event?
No, I haven't.
They released their swimsuits. You should see Himiko's.
Wait, for what?
Oh, for the game we're playing, Honkai Third Impact.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That fucking game has so many names. I'm already lost.
I thought you were talking
I
about.
stopped playing Azurely since I heard they announced an English version coming over here soon.
Hey.
So I stopped playing that.
I thought you guys were talking about Fire Emblem Heroes because they released the swimsuits for those characters too.
No, that's that guy over there.
That's true.
What?
So how's the swimsuits?
What?
How's the swimsuit heroes?
Were
I got
you
one of them.
Which one?
Tana.
I pulled it for
Oh.
him.
Yeah.
you weren't able to get one of my daughters?
Now I'm just missing the thick bitch and that other.
Noah? I can imagine Noah might be one you want.
I'm missing the thick bitch and Cordelia.
Wait, what about this one?
What about husbandos?
No.
Yo, is
Princess,
my
he's-
candy
he's
lover
good
guy there?
For I can't remember what hero. I'm like, oh, cool, but I don't want him still.
Feels bad.
What about this one?
Here. This
That's
is
why
a
the
secret for
thick bitch.
Oh,
for
okay.
Danny.
It's
'cause
not
he's-
that thick.
to see. Let me show you what I have preliminary.
She was my daughter back in Awakening at one point.
Is she crazy?
Who that?
No, her mom's crazy. She does have like a split personality thing, I forget.
Noir?
Yeah.
Who's the mother?
Dasha?
Oh, yeah.
She's an Archer, and then at one point.
Look, I think I saw her attacking. She had a angry looking face.
Yeah, no, she has like a weird split
It's
personality.
classified from Danny, but since you're not going to be at AX, this is what I have so far. This is not even complete with the actual wig I have right now and the thigh highs I bought.
I want to take you.
You're forgetting he is one of the chat masters. Anyway, guys, welcome back to a new episode of Buster Musket Productions Animazing.
I actually shaved my legs for this.
Don't know how angry that title's gonna make people today because we aren't really talking about an anime today.
Talking about the news today.
What news? That's the wrong show.
Oh shit! I thought we were the Today Show.
No,
Today's show.
I don't know, but look, if we talk about the news, we're gonna get a very angry Lewis. I still remember back when we used to do chump stories, and I'm like, fuck, Lewis used to get really angry.
I would get fired up. And then
You
that's
get
what,
fired
dude,
up.
Megalobox did that to the comment section. It got everyone talking about immigration.
Oh wow.
And
Okay, I gotta watch this. I want to see how that
and they
works.
actually have a Spanish speaker there too.
Yep.
Actually
an
speaking
actual Spanish speaker.
Ooh, I like when they do that stuff.
Te voy a matar, campeón.
Yeah. Oh, the Brazilian guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the Brazilian
Okay,
fighter.
I'll start watching that today. I forgot what I started watching Occultic 9.
I just see that. I just see
Dude, it's really interesting. Like, the only thing that brings the show down is the girl with the impossibly sized boobs.
Oh, you mean the one? You mean the chick whose boobs is half her body weight?
that.
Yeah.
You mean waifu?
She's annoying, dude.
You mean waifu?
She is the only thing I don't like about the show, just because, like, they'll be talking about something really interesting, and then you just think, don't stop bouncing.
Oh, this is the summer event. I was talking about the summer swimsuits.
What the fuck?
I had a fake granddaughter once.
Oh, it's good to be back
Also,
on the show.
Cassandra Lee Morris, the voice of Morgana, got announced to be playing Nero in Last Encore. I don't like the voice for her.
Is
but
she gonna say umu?
I don't know.
If she's gonna say umu, I'm sticking to the sub.
yeah.
Wait, remember the real Nero Caladius?
No, not her.
The neckbeard that goes umu.
What the fuck?
Because somebody actually found a bust
Yeah.
of the actual Nero Claudius from Roman times, and they just like photoshopped a smile on him that says umu, and in the comment section is like, God, actual Nero Claudius is like the actual representation of every neckbeard of modern day.
I wish I can get a neck beard. All I get is that weird patchy pubic hair on my face.
Danny, they released her.
Oh no! I want it.
Just throw in the trash where
Oh,
she belongs.
dude! I got some funny ass news for you. I'm still keeping it though. So I had a friend come to my house the other day, and she was just like looking at my little weeby stuff. She's all like, "Yeah, Shimikaze is bootleg." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Well, you look at the printing on the box; it looks a little faded, and there's supposed to be a sticker here."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What are the chances someone ripped off the sticker?" They usually don't if they want to resell it. And I'm like, "It's okay, I'll still keep it."
Yeah.
The figure itself looks good. I've seen fake ninjas.
I've seen that.
Where the eyes look all faded or they're like disproportioned. I'm like, no, this looks really good for a fake. I'm keeping it. You're forgetting I grew up in Echo Park, which had a shit ton of like fake toy stores. I had a bunch of Transmorphers or robot cars toys.
Oh yeah.
The ones that were really hollow.
Especially remember the fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
But also given how much you can get a real Shimikaze for, Jesus Christ, you weebs, you are weird people. The most expensive one I found was $950
$950?
for a Shimikaze.
Well, if you're a lolicon, yeah, I guess.
Do we have to go into that age-old discussion? Watch, if we ever get a panel...
No, wait. She's not a lolly. She's not a lolly. No, never mind. I take that back.
What? Virginia smashed me, Deku.
Damn, I wish I could read.
Nah.
Oh god, that episode was depressing.
I gotta see that. Giga did an entire episode talking about how the fights were dull. Well,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah?
you have to watch the video because it's not as bad as it sounds. I'm like, I remember when I saw the title, I'm like, what are you talking about? You spend almost every episode sucking the show's dick. But then when he gives an example of how they're dull but why they're just as powerful as the best fights, then you know, they're good.
I'd like to see that video.
Yeah, but okay, so can we get to the show?
Yeah.
Just one
We
more
sound pretty
picture
good.
for you.
Oh no! Stop. Can we just stop? The mom is too adorable. Even when she did somehow shrink and then get fat.
She did not get fat. She got thick.
But she also shrunk. Because like
Yeah, she did.
If she's that small compared to Deku, then Deku's a lot taller than we think he is.
I mean, it's been 10 years. You would expect age to go down.
Remember, Hispanic moms shrink as
Yeah,
well as
they
they age.
do.
So what's not to say that no other mom has that ability?
Well, Asian women too. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a whole joke on how Asian women are the most beautiful people in the world until they hit 50, which is really fucked up. But you know,
That's because that's when menopause hits.
yeah, it's just funny how they can be tall and beautiful and then they turn small, and it's just like, oh, you're old people cute now. Okay, let's get to the show. Anyway, guys, if you remember, we were supposed to do a kaiju month, which just turned into one episode, and then we're supposed to have an episode that got delayed twice, and then school was closed one week, and then we didn't organize it well enough last week, and then we're here now. Busted Musket. Seriously, give us your support. We're more professional than we think. And if there's one show I'm mad that I'm not able to do as much as the movie show. We finally did an episode like 2 weeks ago, but we didn't. But it was a week before all those badass movie trailers are coming out, like the new Spider-Man movie, the CG animated Spider-Man movie, the new Peter Jackson produced fantasy epic, the Lego movie 2.
Another Lego movie?
Yeah, and it's gonna be like heavily about feminism.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Yeah, which it's funny because I think the reason they do that is, do you guys know what the Bechdel test is?
The Bechdel test?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard pectoral.
Bechdel test, that is how muscly a person is on screen. The Fast and the Furious movies always pass that. No, the Bechdel test is a test where they determine how female-friendly the movie is. Let's just say the three major things they need to have is, number one, is there more than one female character? Number two, do those female characters interact and talk to each other? Number three, when they interact and talk, do they talk about something other than a man? And many movies have failed that. Blade Runner 2049 failed that because when two female characters were talking, they were talking about how they're never gonna capture the main character.
Oh. What?
Yeah. Well, one person was hunting him down and the other one was trying to protect him.
No, I know why. I'm just like, what?
Oh yeah. And then in Lego Movie, yeah, Unikitty and Wildstyle are the only girls in that movie, and they don't talk at all. And it really bothered. That's what critics kind of went after the movie the most for, and it really bothered some of the filmmakers. So I have a feeling that they're kind of doing this as a slap to the original filmmakers. Not the directors, but the original producers and stuff, and the critics oh, fine, you want a movie with more females? Let's just make the movie about the kid's sister then. Let's do it. But anyway, let's get down to it. Anyway, we did say we were going to kind of break the rules and talk about a show that was not an anime. We've done it before, but by this point, Ruby is kind of an anime. There's really no denying it by this point.
It is.
Hasn't it always been?
It's always been oh, it's an anime. Yeah, but it was made by a bunch of Texans. And it was English only up until 2 years ago.
I think that's also maybe we should do one of those I've actually kind of been an idea I've had a while ago as well. But I was thinking maybe sometimes in a while when we don't have any ideas on what to do for our next episodes or anything, we should just do a little a culture section and everything. For example, anime. Because a lot of the things when people think about anime is only known for what we've known for a long while, that it comes from Japan mainly. Mm-hmm. But it completely goes around the fact that anime can mean anything that's been animated as well. And that the country of origin doesn't matter. But what matters is does it follow the same pacing as other shows? Does it have the core settings and everything like that?
Is the design similar to it? Because if you guys remember back when Avatar had that huge debate about it, a Japanese animator came out and said, technically anime, it doesn't mean Japanese animation. It means a specific style.
Or else it'd be Japanimation.
Yeah, exactly. Japanimation. No, I don't like it.
Japanimation.
No, Japanime or Japanimazing. Nah.
Japanime.
Anyway. I'm totally down for something like that. I'd love to kind of do Giga style type stuff with you guys when we don't have an anime. For the fact that someone was asking me, when are we going to do Violet Evergarden, when are we going to do all this stuff that came out this year, and I'm all we're gonna try not to do that stuff. The only time we'll probably break that rule is when we know that didn't win for best of the season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's say, for example, we don't think Overlord's gonna win best of any of the 2 seasons it came out on, then we could do Overlord. Which I'm not entirely sure. I know there was something all of us loved in January, but I'm pretty sure that was just Overlord.
Nah, it was Overlord.
I think it was Overlord. I think
but
that
this
was one
season,
thing
as much as I love the 3rd season of Overlord, Hinomaru Sumo's coming out.
Wait, it started?
It's gonna come out in July.
Okay, because the way you said it is you sounded like it started
it's gonna come out soon.
Okay, you should have said that because I thought it started
yeah.
I'm missing out already. The fuck?
Yeah, as much as that would be highly anticipated for me, there's another show I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's get down to it because we do still need to discuss some. You still want to talk about the logo thing, or you don't think you're gonna have time now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Remember how last year I brought a poster board?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's gonna design it.
I'm gonna be the lead artist for this, so I'm gonna be in charge of your character design and his character design.
I'm really scared.
And I'll just be there and support from the heart.
That's why.
Because I won't be there.
Yeah.
That's why I'm gonna be drawing you. And the Teresa thing I showed you from the swimsuit gave me an idea.
No.
But okay, yeah. So anyway, we are talking about Genndy Tartakovsky. You guys probably recognize that name. I mean, it's the creator of Dexter's Laboratory, Samurai Jack, one of the co-creators, but people don't really like that. So he's the guy who helped the creator of Powerpuff Girls. Even though when you look at Powerpuff Girls, it's more like a Genndy Tartakovsky show than like what's that guy's name? Craig McCracken did. Because that guy went on to make Foster's Home and Wander Over Yonder.
Release the McCracken.
Yeah. That just sounds like you'd release a really big angry Scottish guy. Release the McCracken, go!
Release this Conor McGregor. Give me your belt.
Oh god, that's a really fast leprechaun. Yeah, but he's also the creator of Hotel Transylvania.
I haven't seen it.
I like the first movie.
Yeah, the first one was good.
The second,
I can't say anything about the second.
I have not seen that.
The second movie wasn't that good. This third one, it doesn't look good, but at the same time, this is the first movie he wrote by himself.
Then you say it's practically spoiled.
He did practically spoil it, yeah, which is why I'm kind of like, oh, you come out the same day as another movie. Nah. But yeah, but really big dude, really big influential dude. What a lot of people probably can kind of guess by looking at Samurai Jack and Dexter though, is that he's a really big fucking weeb. Like Dexter had a giant robot. Dexter had like 3 giant robot episodes.
Japanese Academy.
Yeah, the Japanese Academy. The episode where Dexter accidentally awoke a giant monster from Japan.
That's the same one, the Japanese Academy, when he went to Japan.
Oh.
And then like he was fighting with the other students. And then that's when the teacher appeared, and then grant you, the teacher was drawn as an anime-esque style as well.
I gotta look that one up.
And the fighting was the one that ended up waking that giant kaiju from the volcano.
Was that also the same one where the family formed a robot with him?
No, that was a different one.
Okay, that was a different one. Because I remember that one, and then they even went on to reference that in like a way later episode, in a really weird episode where he gets kidnapped by an alien.
Oh.
But yeah, Samurai Jack had, I think they had an episode where he controlled a robot, but it was like different. But that one is more like, Samurai Jack is more him paying an homage to some of the older anime, while Dexter's like paying a homage to the younger side.
The newer genres, yeah.
Yeah, in this one, what we're going to be talking about, Sym Bionic Titan, is paying a homage to basically kaiju movies, Ultraman, Voltron, especially Voltron.
Yep.
I'd rather have this back than another season of Voltron because, man, that show fell off fast. I'm sorry, people. There are some people who like it. Have you seen it yet?
Voltron, the new one?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, mind you, for the past couple of months, I've been nothing but like studying and no social life.
That is true.
I have not had the chance to watch anything.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm glad I've been catching up these past few weeks, especially Megalobox.
I just watch random stuff.
Yeah, me again. I started watching Occultic 9 because the dub's on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, I gotta see that now.
That's the only way you have to watch that show. The dialogue is way too fucking fast for like people like me who can't read very fast. But
You must become the Nipponjin to understand the Nihongo.
yeah.
The fuck?
Anyway, let's go before this thing falls into even more insanity.
I skipped that opening.
Well, I mean, given the opening is only like 5 minutes, 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yep.
how long is it?
10, I think? 'Cause I know I skipped the 15 second ahead and it took me to the opening.
15.
Yeah, 15.
Almost exactly 15, yeah. Anyway, guys, Sym Bionic Titan is a 2010 American animated series. Yeah, that's right, American animated. Created by Genndy Tartakovsky. The show centers on 3 refugees. Well, actually, to be more specific, 2 refugees and their robot companion. Lance and Alana. Do they have last names?
Lance and Alana.
Galaluna.
No,
Galaluna
that's
is
from
the
the
planet.
planet.
That's the planet.
Lassus?
Luna is the fake name.
Yes.
Yeah.
It has something to do with Lassus.
Yeah.
It's one of those, but I remember their name. They were named something close to the planet's name.
Lance
Yeah.
Lunas? Lana
Lunas was the fake name. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Lance was shit. What was that engineer's name? That Lance always had like those creepy nightmares of when like that was like kind of like the nightmare fuel.
Oh.
Remember that one episode where they had that nightmare fuel thing, like he was being chased by those creatures? I'm like, fucking Christ, it's like Dead Space. Holy shit.
And I mean, given how the planet got, not completely lost, but how the planet got destroyed was also pretty hardcore, even alone from that, which was like, they got invaded by a race of very barbaric type of creatures that I have kind of a weird issue that I found with that. But we'll get to that in a bit. But it's like they got invaded by another planet with the help of a traitor who was believed to be dead like years ago, who may or may not be in control. We don't know.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah.
And then you have the other commander.
Which one?
You know, the one that Lance was fighting?
Oh, yeah, but dude, that guy didn't even have a name. The name was literally the traitor. In the credits?
That's funny.
It was literally the traitor. The only character I find again, we'll go into that in a bit. So where are the character names, God damn it? They don't have character names. What the fuck?
Yay, we're doing mystery ones.
Oh god.
Lance. Yeah, they're just Lance and Alana. And now that I think about it, they always call Lance by his first name, even on the planet. They're like Vice Corporal Lance. There's never like a last name to him.
Also, they didn't use fake names?
What? That's not Japanese. Japanese people are usually referred to by their last name. Nani?
Yeah. Well, the fake
We
name,
won't
the
have to
fake
be
Earth
it.
name is Lunas as like a family last name because remember they're not related to each other.
Yep.
Also, I was somewhat right in the last names.
Yeah.
Well, it was the fake, though.
Yeah. Yeah, they have last names on Earth. We just don't know what their last name was.
I don't think so, no.
I'm
I'm not even sure the princess or the royal family has a last name.
The royal family doesn't even have a name. The king is just the king.
The king.
Um,
Unnamed. More
The
mystery.
king dad.
Lance's... actually, I think they mentioned Lance's dad by name.
Doctor. Oh, yeah.
Because they say it in the funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, they are forced to flee their forced to flee their planet when they get attacked by an entire alien force, which include barbarian type golem creatures. Some of them are even like scientists, and which is weird because they keep saying that the planet.
It's full of savages.
Yeah.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
that don't have, like, technologically advanced. It's like, they're fabricating kaijus. It's like, this is some advanced, like, genetic shit they're doing right here.
Yeah, they're fabricating kaiju, and the kaiju that aren't fabricated are kind of like...
Caught.
Yeah, they're caught and they're being controlled, there is a scene in one of the episodes where they're just like, is that a Muchadi war beast? Like, no one has ever figured out how to make a beast. They've never figured out how to control those things properly. But yeah, they have scientists, and they're all Muchadi, because for a while I was just thinking, well, maybe these are different aliens that went down to Muchad and like colonized them. But no, they flat out call the scientists Muchadi. The creator has said the designs are very close to different Muchadis, so it's like, okay.
Are you sure they weren't from other planets?
That's what I was thinking. But the creator and the show itself does call them Muchadis.
When Darwin works its magic on another planet.
Right. Darwin worked the fuck out of his magic in this planet. It's like, we're in the Victorian age, but we also have badass robot stuff too.
That's true.
It's hilarious how the Lance will always be like, wow, their technology is really like basic. Yeah, but your society is like thousands of years behind them too, though.
I know, man. And it was all they needed was a bunch of like gears cranking around their robots and a bunch of steam pipes, and be like, they're just steampunking it at this point.
Yeah, but luckily they're super advanced to the point where like, oh, we can make robot suits appear out of thin air, and like, have it all completely on a watch.
Yep.
It's nice.
Yes.
Take it to go anywhere.
Exactly. Except you had to be special to get one.
Yeah. The elites, yeah, if I recall.
Except at that academy where any kid can just kind of take one, that doesn't seem really safe.
Yeah, the security is pretty nice there.
Yeah, it's good security. They were able to take guns and try to kill a student.
Dude, that episode when they were talking about Lance's past and then when he was in the academy, oh my god, that kid reminded me so much of Malfoy.
Yeah, that kid was totally fucking Malfoy, dude.
He was blonde, he was rich, he was a noble.
Yeah.
What else?
Except he had a long nose.
Did he?
Yeah, well, Tom Felton also has kind of a big nose too.
Yeah.
But yeah, and even when it goes on to kind of mock the main character about his parents being dead, which is, I think, Malfoy does, a lot of people forget.
Oh, orphan, lol. What can I make fun of this? Oh, it's a Batman scenario where your parents.
Yeah. Yeah, look, this random kid walks up to an orphanage and I just call him crazy for, like, I call his dad crazy for blowing himself up. And then get punched in the face and then have my 2 goons beat him up in the process.
Did he blow himself up? I thought he just went to some...
That's what people believe.
Yeah,
Oh,
because like when they that was like also like that went over in Lance's nightmare when he was having that nightmare one time when he got by that one Utrani that was that could mind control people.
Yeah, it was just called the Shaman.
The shaman, yeah, he was like having those like dude that nightmare that Lance had was like actually like nightmare fuel because like whenever I saw I was like shit, this is like Dead Space, this is legitimately creeping me out.
Yeah, and then some of the imagery again, like Tartakovsky's really good at nightmarish imagery. I don't know if you guys remember the haunted house episode in Samurai Jack.
Oh yeah,
I'll have to show Ben that in a bit, but yeah, there's that scene where like Lance's dad gets grabbed by the creatures, and then this guy puts his hands on Lance, and you don't really see the guy's head until he brings the head down, and it's like a creature. It's like, okay, that one actually kind of got me. But how about you guys take this over from here? I'm gonna bring up that Jack scene.
So for me, Sym Bionic Titan was one of those things I just picked up because me and my sister would watch Cartoon Network all day long, and we're like, "Ooh, what's this? I guess we'll watch it." And then we just saw what was happening. I was like, "Fucking Christ, the hell is going on? We need to know more."
Too bad never get another season.
Exactly, but still, it was a pretty good series and everything. Especially like starting off with the whole when they were establishing themselves in like an Earth and everything. I like how Octus just like printed out the cash from his back, like here, I'll pay in cash for this place, and like tell me.
And then even the guy like I love how the guy was even like, who the fuck are these people? Because he's like, sure.
The real estate.
Yeah, the real estate agent's just like, sure, people pay their houses in cash all the time, and he's just like shoving it in his bag. And then like when he uses the house's bathroom, Octus is like, what were you doing in there? It's like, excuse me.
Oh yeah, dude. And then one of the funny things about it is as well is like it's one of those Superman things. It's like aliens from another world. They have to learn how to live amongst humans while keeping their identities secrets and everything.
I mean, it's not really a secret at this point if the whole army and the space army knows about it.
No, I mean for the humans.
Oh, for the humans, yeah.
Yeah,
The humans.
And also, like the army is the army is aware that something came down from space. They just don't know who the aliens are.
Yep.
And G3, the Galactic Guardian group, they have an idea of who they might be, but it isn't until like the 10th episode where they actually find them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, pretty much. And
Which-
then steal them.
Yeah, which again, this is Tartakovsky reminding people, I know what Ultraman and Power Rangers is, because Ultraman also had like his own group of like human helpers.
Yep. And then the thing about that general though,
General Steel.
General Steel, man, is like the most stereotypical general they ever made.
Played by John DiMaggio, Jake the dog.
That character is just beautifully like executed.
He is like everything wrong with everything wrong with military captains in these kind of
Cartoon worlds.
Cartoon worlds, where it's just like, so you messed around with some alien rock, which we told you to stay away from. How are you going to fix this? Keep shooting it with stuff.
That was always his answer.
Yeah.
I always tell people to just fire everything. And then like, wasn't it at one point when they were like defining a giant kaiju? One of his subordinates is like, "Sir, we've done this like for the past few years. Don't you think we should try a new approach?"
And then he's like, you're right. bring in this weapon. We don't know what that's gonna do to it.
And wasn't there one point where they actually salvaged their the Galilean technology and they reverse engineered it?
Yeah, with
Wasn't it the spaceship?
Yeah, Tashi.
Yeah.
The little octopus thingy. The ship, that big ass missile like ship that it crashed in, they took it and then they used it to build the hammer.
Yeah.
So many
the
fucking jokes.
Oh my god.
Those fucking puns, man. My god. You know what time it is. It's hammer time.
Oh god.
And also, he really does Tartakovsky really does, and John DiMaggio too, they really do play up this character as being like, his ego is fucking massive. Like, it's bigger than Seto Kaiba. That's how big the ego is. but literally it's like, oh, I don't need your help. Oh, I can do this. Oh, well, we'll find these aliens on our own. And like when the hammer first made its appearance and like, you know, killed a creature that even Titan couldn't beat. It was just like flipping through channels, and he just keeps repeating the hammer over and over.
Yeah,
again.
the hammer.
The hammer. But what is this? The hammer. And it's like, well, there is a new big boy in town. The hammer.
I just remember it was funny though when that thing got wrecked a couple episodes later.
Oh shit!
Oh,
It was
yeah.
the same episode.
No, I don't know. No, it wasn't the same episode.
That was a couple episodes afterwards. That
No, it was
it was the
literally
last episode, wasn't it?
After, yeah, because the hammer doesn't come into like episode 19,
Yeah.
and
That was 18.
no,
One of those.
yeah.
I don't remember.
No, it's 19 because something.
Oh yeah, 19. Yes.
Yeah, we kind of have to avoid. We have to avoid something for now. But yeah, mainly another thing that the show a lot of people kind of forget about is the show. You could tell that this guy watched a lot of 80s high school movies too.
Yeah, the high school seems generic.
It's so generic, and it's like 80s generic too because like.
You got the cheerleaders, you got the jogs, you
The
got
jogs.
you got that one greaser drag racer.
You got the gods. You got the nerds.
Oh yeah,
I love the racers.
those guys are fucking psychotic. How are they not able to like catch a fucking high schooler? They're like, and that guy was a murderer too because what's his name?
Which one?
The White Dragon?
The White Dragon.
The White
That guy was
Dragon?
a flat out murderer because he what's his name? Blutowski, the guy who was the detective who that was his entire case was catching him.
Oh yeah.
He even says, "You killed a couple of my men in the past," and it's like, yeah, he's killed people, and he's like in high school. He's killed people. Also, you see Jendi Tartakovsky's love for Popeye because that cop was flat out Bluto.
Oh,
Even his name was Blutowski.
Blutowski.
I was thinking of Kick Butowski.
Kick Butowski.
God, I still remember that. That was
Kick
that.
Butowski.
I don't remember that.
That was back when Disney XD, the boy Disney Channel, was really trying to hit the boy market, and it was just like all of our shows are literally made for what we think 5-year-old boys think is cool.
Hey, stunts are cool.
And it was funny because there was some jokes that's just like, it's funny because you're an idiot. You're really stupid.
But that racing episode, I feel like when we saw especially like the White Dragon and everything, how Lance interacted with him.
Yeah.
I felt really bad for Lance because like I remember like this is like, remember, you're not allowed to harm civilians on this planet. It's like, what? And got his ass kicked by him.
Yeah. And because the thing is, like, Lance is a prodigy on this planet. He was leading like platoons and stuff, not a head general or anything, but you know, pretty high up there in rank. And we see him kick up a lot of people's asses in this show. It's only rarely we ever see him get beaten up himself. Mm-hmm. And the only time we do see him get beaten up badly was
when he
when
gets captured.
Yeah.
Or he
And-
lets him get captured.
Yeah. And he was trying to get as much information out of them as possible as well. So yeah. You remember what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, there's that entire first episode where Lance sits down at like the football table because he was looking for a table that didn't have anyone on it. So he sits down at the football table. They surround him, and he literally kicks all of their asses, which doesn't get sent to the principal's office.
Right.
There's plenty of teachers in the classrooms, but not a lot outside of it.
I don't think none of the teachers care at this point.
No.
Aside from the history teacher.
The history teacher, what was that again?
You know the one when those siblings were having a fight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the one that actually let them do it.
Yeah.
Also, John DiMaggio. Also, let's talk about that for a bit. John DiMaggio, who plays Colonel Steele, General Steele.
General Steele.
General Steele. He is almost every other character in the show too. He's the king. He's
Talk about differences
know
in
that.
personality.
I did not
right? Yeah, he's the king. He's the teacher. He's played a couple of
Wait, history or the physics teacher?
I think it was history because they were talking about history.
yeah, they were talking about Colonel Mustard.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, the history teacher. He was a couple of the aliens too. He was one of the Muchadi captains at one point in the other flashback episode. The one about
Was he one of the jocks too?
one of the jocks too. Yeah.
Wait,
But-
who voices that dumb jock?
The dude who voices Patrick.
No wonder it sounds familiar.
You know what else I found out about that guy?
What?
He was Marshall's dad in How I Met Your Mother.
What?
What?
Yeah.
That's him?
Yeah,
Holy
because
shit.
I went on kind of a weird How I Met Your Mother kick, and I was watching a bunch of like YouTube videos, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that guy is Fatburger from SpongeBob." I'm like, "What? He's Patrick." Oh my god.
Fat burger.
His name is like something Fatburger, some weird name. I thought it was Roger Bumpus, but then I realized, oh wait, no, that's Squidward. But yeah. Yeah, no, he's a ton of characters in here. And another thing too that I didn't really pick up from the show the first time is there's a lot of celebrity voice actors in here too. We have, Tony Todd, which a lot of people might know him as the Candy Man, the slave, the evil ghost of a slave that kind of looks like Bloody Mary. Had a bunch of sequels, but just not big. Not as big as anyone else. He was also in one of the many remakes of Night of the Living Dead. The most famous one, though. And yeah, he was the shaman, Tony Todd. Tim Curry, which I know a lot of people know that guy, at Nigel Thornberry in
Smashing.
yeah, the Wild Thornberries. He was the frog Muchadi that turned Alana into a frog.
Oh, when you said the frog, I was thinking of the one who was like a frog in the Wild Thornberries. I was like, the fuck?
I still don't know what you're talking about.
No?
I don't know what's the
You don't
wild
know-
thornberry. I don't know what that is.
What? You're not that fucking young.
Sacrilege.
How have you not heard of Wild Thornberry?
What is? No, I have never heard of that. Is that a movie?
No.
Series?
It's a fucking Nickelodeon TV show. Hold up, people.
Thornberry.
Quick timeout.
Wait, does that involve skateboard?
Huh? No, you're thinking of another one. That's
No,
the skateboarding one.
I have
No, that's
idea.
Rocket Power,
Yeah.
made by the same company,
Still
though.
don't-
I'll look it up. You look up
Okay.
the Wild Thornberries. I'll look up a clip of Nigel saying "smashing." That's going to be the theme of this episode. Smashing.
Yeah, because we haven't even gotten to like the big parts in the show yet.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Mashing.
Yeah, he became a meme at one point. It was
Yeah.
actually kind of disturbing.
Yeah.
No, I mean, okay, now I know, but I've never seen the series in general.
God damn it. Okay, whatever. I'm not as mad as you as I do get at Yana because Yana's still a baby.
Smash.
Yeah, he was Emperor Diviculus in. He's famous for playing the transvestite in Rocky Horror Picture Show. That was him.
Didn't know that.
Didn't know that either until quite recently.
Didn't know that until now.
Yeah.
Until you said it.
But yeah, we do occasionally will get the creatures being voiced by specific, famous people. We also have some pretty big people writing the episodes. Paul Dini, who almost wrote every episode for Batman the Animated Series, wrote the episode on Lance. But let's get to one of the big things in this show. So, yeah, it's funny. This is kind of the whole reason we're talking about this show, and we still haven't gotten to it.
Right.
What was the main reason again?
So
The kaijus.
one of the big things that happened in the show is when Lance and Alana fled, they were each given different watches. Alana was given a watch that allows her to turn into this golden suit of armor that looks like a very Egyptian-esque design.
Yeah.
It looks like a pharaoh's grave. And then Lance was given a regular battle armor that he already had before, but again, it was tuned differently. And they were also given a mysterious robot named Octus, which at first starts off very robot-esque and like, you know, kind of a dull character. But then as it goes on, you just start learning things, and the way it's acting is kind of like, this isn't a robot. And
It's an AI,
yeah.
to be specific.
Yeah, and it's a hell of an AI too.
Yeah.
Because I will talk about it in a bit, but there's something that happens that's just kind of like, how's that gonna work?
Yeah.
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 I give my full support on him on that one, though. I don't care.
Also, that was the girl who played Ellie in The Last of Us.
Shit, man, Ellie's just like everywhere.
Right.
She's like, damn, Ellie's like literally like the epitome of like 2018's like sexuality.
Right? Yeah, right now she's pissing everyone off in the gaming world, even though it's like, did you guys not play Left Behind?
Exactly. It's like, if you played the DLC, now even to me that was a shocker because I was like, what? I thought they were just best friends.
Yeah, but
oh, spoilers.
But even there was a hint in the main game too, where she finds a porno mag, and she's like, all right, let's see what the big deal is. That's what everyone's fussing about? Yeah. Like she sees a guy's dick, and she's like, kind of like, yeah, I'm not into that.
Oh, was it that?
Yeah, that was in the back of Bill's truck.
I thought it was a chick she was looking at.
No, she said it was. She knows what that looks like.
Exactly. Because like I was thinking, okay, so she knows what that looks like already. So I'm like thinking, in my head, she's like thinking, oh, okay, it's just a grown-up chick. So like, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, okay, so she doesn't know why they use it for.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but it was a gay porno mag, which is why she makes that joke about like, oh, why are the pages so sticky?
What?
No, and also remember the guy who stole the truck from them.
Bill.
The guy who stole the truck from Bill was his gay lover.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Now that makes sense.
Diversity in Last of Us that no one talks about.
I still haven't played it.
God damn it. I would lend you mine, but I'd have to give you the entire system because fuck you guys for building the game inside my PS3 instead of just giving me the game itself.
Oh.
Yeah, I bought that PS3. But yeah, so what happens is the Muchadi, the General Medulla?
Medulla, I think so.
Yeah, General Medulla, who was like, if Lance was a prodigy, this guy was a fucking god in that planet. He was the best fighter they ever had, a war hero. And he came back leading the Muchadi wearing a weird hat that's covering half of his face. And he's just really cold.
Yep.
And once he caught word that, they escaped through the rift gate, we picked up the location of where they are, I'm gonna keep sending these big ass ridiculous giant monsters after them. And at one point, at the first episode, he brings basically a living fireball to go down and kill them. So what ends up happening is the three of them try to fight it individually, which doesn't work out. What ends up happening is right when they're about to die, something within Octus clicks and turns them into a massive Spartan-esque giant robot which the humans will later call the Titan. Mm-hmm. But from them, they're just calling it the Sym Bionic protocol.
Yeah, and then that's one of the things as well about Octus, is that all of the protocols you're going to see later on for Sym Bionic's abilities, they aren't unlocked all at once.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are special conditions that I have to meet, like, and that's actually one of the things that, when they designed Octus, this person was actually thinking ahead of time. It's like, okay, we don't want them to have access to everything instantly because that's just going to make them, if they don't know how to control it yet, it's just going to make them more dangerous to the inhabitants of where they're living.
Yeah.
So there has to be special protocols met so that for when that condition is met, Sym Bionic can access whatever technology it needs to pretty much adapt itself for fighting it as well.
Yeah.
And this is especially the case as well, like, remember how you said, like, then the creator of Octus never anticipated him to start developing, like, emotions later on. We'll talk about what we mean by emotions.
Yeah.
It's like,
I was almost going to say it. I'm like, thank you for cutting me off.
yeah. We'll talk about that later because that episode was like, ooh.
Yeah, how?
Best episode.
I was so confused. Especially, not only just Barbara, but then another person comes in. This was like,
Yeah.
God damn it, Octus is like a chick magnet.
Oh my
at
god,
this point.
fucking Barb. I also want to talk about her too.
Oh, I don't like Barb at all.
She cracks me. She cracks me up. She was obviously just there for comedy, but
Yeah.
it was almost funny how she did not belong in this show, especially since Cartoon Network was already kind of looking for reasons to get rid of it. Oh god, that was so ridiculous. But yeah, what were you saying?
So like the whole point about artificial intelligence is like it's pretty much just like a kid. It's going to keep like observing its surroundings and then using it for its own knowledge as well. So like the more it learns, the more it becomes more human. Like if anything, that's what the big hubbub about like why people are against AI like in our actual world.
Yeah.
Is that they're afraid of, like if what happens if one day it becomes self-aware and like it tries to form a rebellion or something because that could be bad.
Yeah, really. What happens like in The Incredibles when the robot is so smart that it realizes why does it have to follow its orders?
Yeah.
Wait, so was that it?
What?
Your point?
Yeah, it's just pretty much like why Octus. If people are confused,
okay.
like why Octus starts developing emotions and everything, it's like don't say like he's developing a human soul because there's a scientific explanation for this.
Yeah, and that was the thing too that even Tartakovsky himself was kind of hushy on because it was just kind of like, look, I might bring the show back one day. Adult Swim seems interested, and Netflix might even be
Ooh.
interested as well too.
Though?
He says whenever he feels like doing it again. Given how bad his relationship has been with Sony, I have a feeling this might be the last movie he does with them. Because they canceled his Popeye. God damn it, Danny, you're not 5 anymore. They canceled his Popeye movie.
Popeye?
I was about like.
When I was little, I used to call him Popeye.
Really?
Yeah. And sometimes I even do. But yeah, they canceled his Popeye movie, and another movie he was gonna do called Imagine This, which is like, we still have no idea what that was about. But he said in his Hotel Transylvania interview that that's dead too. So I have a feeling he might just leave. He had a lot of fun working with Adult Swim, so he might just go back to Adult Swim again. And given maybe the show will seem less out of place on Adult Swim too. Because
I mean, it fits right at home.
No, but not a Cartoon Network.
Well, not a cartoon, but Adult
Especially
Swim.
the themes they explore.
yeah, even though I have a feeling if they do bump it up to like a high PG-13 as opposed to a low PG-13, nothing. Someone's going to look at the girl playing Barb and being like, "You don't have to hold back now. No, please don't. Like, keep her at that level."
Then you have that twerk scene.
Oh, that was so cringy.
No.
Okay, so here's something I want to talk about.
Yeah, I think we all have to talk about
The high school scenes are really cringy. Oh my god, one of my least favorite episodes is the fucking band episode. Well, Lance joins a band,
Yo.
and it's just
what's
like,
up? What's up?
yeah,
Hey.
we're gonna kick you out. You bring in too much attention. It's like, oh, come on.
You're mainstream, that's why. You don't understand our music.
Yeah, that's why we have to kick you out. You just don't get it, man. I'm like, oh, okay, we're done. We are, God. And here's the thing. It came out in the middle of the time where shit like that really was happening. Like, yeah, the hipster boom happened. The not wanting to be mainstream thing happened. Edgelords like Lance, they were all over my fucking high school.
Oh, God.
By the way, guys, there's no such thing as being non-mainstream. The minute you say you're not mainstream, you're making something else mainstream. So you're just defeating yourselves.
Exactly.
No, I'm not defeating myself.
You only don't defeat yourself if you don't talk about it. Like if you don't boast about it, like it's not mainstream. Because when you say it's not mainstream,
so me saying One Punch Man is mainstream. I already
yeah, because like now you're gonna make everybody else like, oh, okay, let's jump on the hype wagon.
Yeah. What's One Punch Man? Oh, this shit does look good. Yeah.
Damn it.
Why do you think we never really talk smack about animes we don't like on here? I mean, what happens if we just spend like 3 minutes talking about how much I don't like Omero-chan?
Oh, God.
Then people are gonna be like, "Oh, what's
I
that?"
think that's already mainstream.
That's been mainstream already, Danny.
No, I won't watch Chaos Dragon, but I have to watch it.
Which
Which
one?
Chaos Dragon.
Weird.
Good animation, but the story is so generic. You can obviously guess what's gonna happen.
And it's funny because the story was produced by Geno Debuchy.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it wasn't written by him. Like it was, the idea was
It was
his.
co-produced by. No, he got the idea from some other. There on some other game they were working on with him, the creator of Type Moon,
Yeah.
and someone else.
Yeah, but the writer was someone else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chaos Dragon, I'm lost already.
Yeah, but yeah, the cringy things are like some of the high school stuff, like the cheerleaders who aren't Kimmy are fucking cringy too.
Mm-hmm.
Like they talk like this too. Oh my god.
God.
Oh.
I lived through that age, so
Yeah.
listen to them speak, I'm like, it reminds me of bad high school memories.
Like that one girl who only talked in like abbreviations. Where it's like yeah,
Oh,
like,
God,
like TTYL, yeah, TTYN, yeah, talk to you never. I'm like, oh god, stop it.
Oh, I don't like that.
And then like when they wanted to make nerdy dudes, they were all kind of the same guy. Like they were just like I mean they were believable nerdy dudes. They weren't all Poindexters.
Yeah.
But they were just like people who look like me. But fuck you for that, Order Butch, even though you're right, I was a dorky guy in high school. But yeah, they he all wrote them the same way. And
Ooh.
hey, is there a class in here soon?
In like half an hour.
Oh, thank God, we have time. But yeah, let's talk about the weird episode in here.
What's the weird episode?
So Octus, naturally being a robot, knows everything.
Mm-hmm.
He's naturally intelligent, and his personification as a human goes back and forth. It's the dad.
And then the student,
Yeah.
And
Newton.
the sibling, yeah.
Newton, which is the brother. Which I wonder if anyone has ever been like, how come I never see you guys in the same place?
Never see you.
That or
That's some
how do you
Illuminati.
guys look?
Exactly.
How are you guys
the same.
siblings?
That's
Yeah.
like the Illuminati thing right there. It's like if you two live in the same household, how come I've never seen them in the same room?
And then but what ends up happening is like Kimmy realizes she is failing the class. Kimmy, who is like a high schooler girl who's introduced in a
Or the head cheerleader.
the head cheerleader who's introduced
Girls.
very much a mean girl. But she is she's failing a class and she's gonna get kicked off of high school. Get kicked out of high school.
No,
get
kicked out of the
nice.
cheer team.
cheer team. Yeah, so she gets her professor though does the coolest fucking thing ever, which my god, I wish that was me because I cheat like a motherfucker. But he lets her take home a retake test. Which
God dang.
which she got it right. Get the nerdy guy, give it to him, make him do it.
You know,
But
like there's a plot hole to that. Like she can easily look up the answers.
that's exactly. That's why if a professor let me do that, I'd fucking do it.
Yeah.
I'd
But
go
remember, this is a subject that she doesn't know much about. So even if she searched it,
Yeah, but
she would not-
you could just type in the question and there's the answer.
But let me tell you this, and this is a
Yeah.
problem I ran in high school as well.
I know
Like,
I know some that gives you the wrong answers.
No, not only that, but like sometimes they don't even have the answers. Like it's something that's just complicated.
Oh yeah.
Especially if
but,
it's a
but it's high school, so they have to have the answers on.
It didn't look like when I saw that physics class. I was like, this doesn't look like high school physics. This looks like a college level physics
Yeah, but
class
like
already.
remember when he walks into that room and there's that massive equation?
Yeah.
And then he answers it, and even like the professor's like, "Wait, how did you answer that
It's like
so
you're
fast?"
impressed. It's just like it's just like what happened with Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Like he just showed up to a class late, took his exam, and saw there were like three equations on the board. He thought they were extra credit. And he literally spent a couple of hours just trying to solve them. And when he turned them into his professor's like, you just solved like the current most like difficult equations at the time. And that's what landed Oppenheimer his his credentials at that age.
It's funny, I can't hear Oppenheimer without thinking of the scientist from the 9 movie. If you
Oh.
guys remember that movie, because he was named after that guy.
Mm-hmm.
But what ends up happening is Octus is like, I'm not gonna do it for you. Instead, I'll tutor you. Yeah, you can come over. I'll tutor you fine. And he only did it because he was actually scared of her.
Yep.
Which again, interesting thing already. A robot was afraid of a little girl, and even
She's not.
Oh yeah,
no.
it's emotions there.
The smaller is scarier, man. Dude, Kimmy was like not only that she's like just a mean girl, but she's like she ruled with an iron fist. You gotta give her credit for that, man.
But I love that line Lance gives him. It's like, why are you scared of her? You're a robot. She's a 90-pound girl. 102 actually. Which, don't let her hear you say that.
102. Damn, that's how much my tennis captain weighed in junior year.
That's how much my friend weighed back in high school, and she was tiny though. She was like 4 something.
Yeah, same with my tennis captain.
What ends up happening is they talk, and he basically gets to her on a level that no one ever talks to, because people treat her as the mean girl, the head cheerleader. That's what you are.
Ditz.
Yeah, the ditzy girl. But Octus is flat out like, you're more than that, you're smarter, and I bet you if I actually tutor you and you listen, you'll get it. And after even after getting like the first question right, immediately starts coming on to him, like hard. And we even forgot to mention that she spends the first half of this episode trying to get him to do the homework, and we get the twerking scene.
That was so weird.
That scene was one of the nails that went into the show's grave.
Exactly.
A lot of people don't realize that, but parents were not happy about that. Yeah.
I wasn't happy just because of how cringy it was.
Yeah,
I just laughed when he said no.
Yeah, I actually like that. And that guy is a comedian, Brian. If I'm right, I think the name is Brian Person. And he's been on shows like the Sarah Silverman program. He's played a shit ton of characters on Adventure Time and other cartoons. But yeah, he has this really great deadpan voice, which is why it's really cool how as the show goes on, Noctis gets more episodes.
Yeah.
But what ends up happening is...
Noctis or Octus?
Octus is Octus.
I kept fiting myself not
Is
to
it
say
Octus or
Noctis.
Octus?
It's
Octus.
Octus. Noctis is the character from Final Fantasy 15.
Yep.
Yeah.
But what ends up happening is Octus ends up kind of playing into this girl's like advances. They kiss, which causes him to short circuit out.
Oh,
creating
yeah.
artificial sparks.
An official spark action.
Yeah, but the thing that's really weird is he actually does fall in love with her too.
Mm-hmm.
And they do start dating, and but mind you, this is like midway through the series, so you get a lot of time with them together.
Yeah.
The only thing that immediately comes in that starts affecting the relationship is the monsters attacking
And
almost
him
like every
saying
week.
he has to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, with his 2 siblings. Even people are like, wait, all 3 of you guys have to go? Yeah, we have to help each other. We're a tight-knit family.
I keep forgetting
It's
about
disturbing.
Oh, that's funny.
And yeah, sorry, I'm typing in the scene. You guys can probably tell what scene I'm gonna use from that episode, right?
Which scene again?
Guess.
I don't know.
What were 2 of the major scenes they had in that episode?
Is it that as soon as she left?
Yeah.
Oh.
Fucking
When
love
I
that
saw
scene.
it, like, oh wait, it's that scene that Danny showed me.
Yeah, because I thought, oh, maybe you've heard of this song.
Nah, that's not.
Yeah, which you didn't, and now I kind of need to figure out what episode this was. I think this was 9.
For the meanwhile, we'll keep talking about more about what's going on so far as well.
Yeah.
So like Ben, after like especially like after like they started to get in a relationship and everything, how many times did you question yourself that this was gonna work?
I didn't question myself. It was gonna work. I don't care what they say.
So that was your ship?
Yes.
That was
Best
your-
ship.
That was your ship. For me, it was just a matter of like what Danny was saying. Is was like, I would go for them, but one of them's a robot, artificial intelligence, and the other one's just a regular high schooler. This could be. I don't know how that's gonna work out, but
It's weird, and it sucks that the show did get canceled because he even says at the end of the episode, "I will tell you everything when I get back."
That's what it said?
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't read that top part then.
Yeah, because like at that point, Kimmy was just wondering like why he keeps disappearing and everything. That she honestly got worried for him, like what's going on.
Oh yeah, and it hurt him during the homecoming dance too.
Oh, they
Oh.
literally broke up right in the middle of everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even in the middle, but as soon as he ran out on her, it was flat out like, yeah, this relationship's dead, dude. Here you go, episode 10. But yeah, and, you guys are lucky you saw the episodes when you did.
What?
Oh, it's not.
They got
you're
taken
not,
down?
You're not able to see it no more
Yeah,
due to some of the restrictions.
some of the restrictions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is that, no, I ran into that same issue.
Val,
Huh?
Val,
No,
you
like
were watching it?
Huh?
While I gave you the link.
Yeah. Then I ended up going to Kids Cartoon.
Oh, so they pick it up.
There's some. I think there's a few episodes that aren't like that.
This one's playing, yeah, but I played episode 9 by accident, and it said this belongs to Turner Broadcasting.
Yeah.
We're going to have to turn it down. Oh yeah, okay. It won't play episode 10. It skipped me directly to 16 because that was an episode that wasn't claimed.
Okay.
But yeah, it sucks. Basically, what ends up happening is Kimmy, a monster, attacks the city that has a type of EMP power, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah, it was EMP.
yeah, because it shielded itself from Octus. He knew something came through the gate, but at the same time, apparently the gate will always will open occasionally now and then. So if it's not a monster flat out attacking the city, then he doesn't really worry about it. But there was that time where the rift gate opened, something slid out, and he's all like, it was just an anomaly. I wouldn't think about it too much. And it ended up being an alien that basically found out about Titan and told Medulla. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
Was that the shaman?
No,
Yeah,
it
no.
Was, it was that little Brainiac one.
It was the weird cockroach octopus thing.
Yeah, where he just quit like I think his getaway with a cockroach mobile.
It was when Lance became a vigilante.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the ninja.
Oh yeah, the one that can extract information from people.
horrifically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because we saw how he did that with the.
Didn't you
with the
show
king.
me that? I think?
Huh?
Didn't
I
show
showed
me?
you that before, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, damn, that king has a lot more resolution than Lance.
That thing, it looks painful, man. Like, you just see the tentacles in there. It's probably like squeezing every joint in his body. Just, ugh. I don't like it because it even looks like a cockroach too. I don't like it.
That looked like a praying mantis to me. What are you
It
talking
didn't
about?
look like a praying mantis at all. What's wrong with you?
Well, I mean, kind of both, but it's like it had the weird shell body of a cockroach, kind of. It was gross. Let's just get that.
I'm an entomologist, and I can officially say. By the way, entomologist means study of bugs, and I can
Oh, I
officially
thought
say
that
that
was
thing was
ants.
delicious. Huh?
That was ants.
That's
Praying mantises are
entomologist.
That's
What?
ants.
Yeah, I thought people did eat praying mantises.
Wait, what?
I thought people did eat praying
Yeah, they
mantises.
You can eat anything as long as it's got protein, and you know you're not gonna get a disease or a parasite from it.
Don't take the venom out, or else you'll die. But yeah, she walks out, and we get
Synchronized scene.
Yeah, we basically get a Baby Driver scene where it's Kimmy dancing on her way home, happy, playing Flock of Seagulls. I forget what the song was called, or else I'd play it.
Africa by Toto.
Yeah, yeah, but they play a Flock of Seagulls song, and they're just synchronizing not only the song to the characters, but like Kimmy and Octus together. To Octus, god damn it, I don't even play Final Fantasy 15.
Now, whenever we talk about the scene, all they'll think about is a 15-year-old with a muscly built guy with a giant ass sword.
Yeah,
Oh, you mean Cloud?
best bird ship
I
ever.
said muscly.
Oh, you mean Cloud?
I said muscly. Cloud is lean.
Oh yeah.
Noctis is like.
Not this is little boy body.
Or am I thinking of somebody else?
You're
I
thinking
think-
you're thinking of one of his like protectors who is
Yeah.
fucking butch.
What was his name then?
I forget his name.
Isn't that Noctis?
No, Noctis is the main kid.
No, I think.
Yeah, the main educator.
Google it.
Let's Google it. Right
Because
now.
we gotta end it soon. We gotta get you out of here so you can go to your class.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, but it was a really well done scene, and you do occasionally get really good. Not occasionally, you do almost every episode get a really badass giant monster fight. Some of my favorite fights are actually when the thing itself, when the creature they're fighting is also 3D. Like I love that scene where they're fighting the shaman's giant rock creature, and you just see that scene where they're blocking its punches, and it's like punching it back with its four arms. It's really cool because it really does feel like they're in the scene together, and that is another really interesting thing that not a lot of people talk about with this show is that Titan is fully CG. It's a fully CG model with some maybe 2D touch up here and there.
Berserk, you need to take a couple of pointers from them.
I know. This might have also been done by a Japanese company too, because that was happening a lot around this time. But also another thing is the fact that about 90% of the monsters they fight though are also 2D animated though.
Really?
And they seem seamless.
Even the flame golem?
The flame golem was 2D animated, yeah.
Oh.
Even when it turned into a rocket creature itself, that was still 2D.
Jesus Christ, I thought it was CG.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Well, props to the animators for that.
Yeah, and that really fast rat thing that attacked them at prom.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
That thing was 2D, and that one looked completely seamless, and it was attacking it and biting it on its neck, because in all honesty, we know it's not. It's biting dead space while like they're animating the robot over it too, which again, like really cool that they put a lot of time into that. Which you guys know why the show got canceled, right?
I
You've
forgot,
heard of it,
what
right?
you told me.
They couldn't get a toy license.
Oh yeah,
for
they
it.
got a toy license.
And
Yeah.
this came out in the time when Generator X and Ben 10 was kicking ass on both ends. It was getting a lot of ratings. It was very popular. They were able to make a shit ton of toys out of it. And Sym Bionic Titan, no one wanted to make a toy for it. And there were a lot of reasons for it. There was the
They
fact
didn't
that
want to. They didn't want to license a twerking toy.
that
biggest downfall.
one of the reasons was they didn't want to have to make an Alana figure because they knew it wouldn't sell, especially since this is more of a boy market.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
'Cause you were telling us about that as well. Like that was like one of the big one of the things that especially with Disney XD.
And what ended up happening was, no, not that at all. But what I was saying is how they should have played that is people may not like Alana, but they like the robot. I know a lot
Titan.
of Titan, the Lance's robot. So I said what they should do is, if they want Lance's robot, then it will come with an Alana figure. but if someone wants a Lance toy, then it has to come with Alana's robot. Like just trick them into buying it. Leave them no choice but to buy it.
Well, just like with Nestor in the Fire Emblem and Fire Emblem Echoes when he just wanted to get Salika, but it came with an Alm as well.
Oh yeah, I'm so mad I never got those amiibos. But yeah, they should have done something like that. And even Titan itself is kind of like a bland design because it's not like Generator X or Ben 10 where there's a new something every week. We don't get a new variation of Titan until the very near ending of the series.
When it activates flight mode, and at that point it's just a Gundam.
Yeah.
Because it gets the face shield and everything.
Yeah, so even though we have to close this up, do you guys even want to tell them what happens to one of the characters? How it gets really feelsy towards the end?
It gets depressed. I think if anything.
Honestly, I didn't get depressed.
You didn't?
No, like,
Really?
I mean, I felt bad, but I didn't get depressed.
Because it happened after the I Am This Character episode, which
Yeah,
was the most
I know.
development we
I
got
know.
on any of those characters.
Like, I mean, it was obvious that was gonna happen to him, but no, I didn't feel anything.
I think to follow the tradition we've always done for this show, we'll let you guys watch what we mean when it comes to
And
the
then
depressing.
get depressed on that cliffhanger, because
Yep.
Ben was more depressed on the cliffhanger than the 2 episodes of them. Like, come on, get back up,
Yeah.
please.
yeah, I keep clicking next episode, but there was no button of an arrow going to the right. Like, it's not there.
That was
Where'd
me.
it go?
That was me. For me, my depressing was Tashi. But you, again, for all of the things that we've done and everything as well, we want all of you to like pretty much discover what else is there to the show. The show has to offer as well.
Yeah,
And
mushy,
it's-
mushy.
Yeah, we missed. We some intentional, some unintentional.
Okay.
We did skip some details.
Okay, that mushy was depressing for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's because that thing was fucking cute.
Oh,
It
when
is.
Lance was like playing with it, like I'll name you Terax the Third after the great Galilean hero.
Which is a personality of him we did not see at that point.
Yeah.
We've never seen his voice get that high before.
Dude, he was like always edgy, and then when he sees the thing, he's like, he just gets like lets loose on it. And it's like you are one of the guys, right? Checks it underneath, just
Yeah.
tentacles. We'll just
Alright.
What's
assume.
going on here?
Well,
We're about to head out soon.
yeah. Well, anyway, we will be closing this up
I
now.
was just scrolling around down here. 'Cause I was bored.
That's happened before.
But yeah, so any other closing thoughts before we close the show?
Well, I'm the one that chose the show and introduced this to Ben. I'm actually glad to find another person besides my friend Oscar who actually knew about this show. But yeah, I fucking loved this show, dude. It was one of those shows that when it came on, I didn't really pay much mind to it because I was more into video games than I was into like TV by that point. But it wasn't until I saw the Shaman episode on passing that I started binging the entire show, and Cartoon Network really did fuck this show up on the last couple of episodes because they changed the schedule without telling anyone, so I wasn't able to see the last 2 episodes on cable. Again, the show is phenomenal. Yes, we know it's not anime, but if you just look at the character designs, look at the way it's animated.
The pacing and everything as well.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
everything's on point.
Yeah, the pacing's very animated. It really sucks we weren't able to talk about G3, but hey, that's something else you guys can find out on your own. Solomon is a fucking badass, and that would have been the first toy I bought.
So I want to know who Solomon actually is, or the guy that repaired the equipment.
I think everyone kind of knows what he is.
yep.
So it's okay.
Come on, leave that shit
We
right
all
here.
know who he might be. But yeah, Lewis, you want to go?
What?
You want to go next?
So for me, like the whole show and everything, watching this and everything, again, just like you said as well, it's like one of those things. Me and my sister picked it up and passing. We was like, okay, something new. Like, let's see what's up with it. And again, it just gave us like that same feels, like just like what Avatar did as well. It's like we love the pacing. The story was like, for me, it was really interesting, like seeing like what was going on and everything. And then for me, about like the kaiju fights was just like an added bonus for me.
Yeah.
And there's that. Then the racing was also a bonus.
The racing, man, that was so funny how he passed that driving exam, because you have to realize
He passed he got his license just to race him.
Yep.
Also, that was kind of a dick move of the driving instructor too. It's just like, oh, looks like you have a ride. Bye. It's like, yeah, monsters attacking the city.
But yeah, because you gotta remember, Lance was a pilot. Not only could he pilot the mech, but he was also like an ace pilot as well.
Yeah, they even talked about him piloting like different vehicles in that place too.
Better than the Glendale drivers. It's not a show unless I've got to mention the traffic outside and everything.
Yeah.
Wouldn't the downtown LA the traffic be even worse too?
Traffic. The thing about downtown LA is that there's so many cars already on the road. There's not enough space for anyone to be a dick there.
Because my brother was taking me there, and we almost crashed.
Okay, well that might have been on you, man.
That was actually on me. 'Cause I told him to go to the right, and that side there's only going straight.
No, there's nothing but one-way roads. In
That's
downtown.
why we almost crashed.
Yeah.
Okay, well that one's on you.
So,
Yeah, it was on-
anything else? Because we do gotta head out.
Other than that and everything as well, definitely like especially like just seeing the show and everything, the high school life and everything as well, aside from everything, it really had a good balance of like different genres that they went through as well that I really loved. Oh yeah, we gotta tell them to like.
Yeah.
What?
We're gonna be heading out
Are
soon.
you
So
done
give me back
hacking?
my headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what were you saying?
So then, just other than that as well, I really love the show.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, can I choose the next show we want to do?
Sure. What's up?
Because I'm pretty sure it's this week's the last episode. I really want to do Megalobox.
Oh man.
Okay. So that is disqualified from the best of spring. So.
There's also a show I want to do too.
Okay.
I've been hooked on this show.
Which one?
What?
Golden Time.
Oh,
The same creator that made Toradora.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You already got me. Okay. So we'll do his
I got
Ben.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
thoughts.
When I was forced to watch it and I watched the first episode, it gave me the same vibe as watching Generator Rex when I saw it also through passing, and I also binged the hell out of that series as well. It was a pretty good show. And
or you want me to take it
it's one of the rare cartoon shows that I actually enjoyed the most.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, that was our show. I'm Danny.
I'm the Squatcha.
And I'm big.
Yeah, please stick to Big Ben. I
Yeah,
really
that's
don't
why-
like that
that's
name.
why-